Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be an extended weekend reading focusing on the energy surrounding us on the weekend of March 9th through March 11th, 2018. For this reading, as you can see, I have already shuffled and pulled the cards and everything off camera and laid the spread just to try to save a little bit of time. I have been sick, and so my voice is it's not that wonderful, and I keep having coughing fits. So I'm trying to keep the readings to sort of a minimum to try to help. For the main reading, I've pulled 3 cards plus 1 additional card from the bottom of the deck from the Sun and Moon Tarot deck. Okay, and there's 1 additional oracle card from the Earth Magic deck by Stephen P. Farmer. Okay. Just a quick reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find pricing as well as the type of services that I offer. Or you could email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Right, so let's get started. First of all, the card that was at the bottom of the deck, so the overall energy for the weekend, it actually looks like it's going to be a really nice weekend for a lot of us. We have the 6 of Wands, and in this deck it's called Victory. In the past position, so the energy as we leave the week heading into the weekend, we have Major Arcana, number 17, the Star. In the present position, we have the 8 of Wands. In this deck, it's called Swiftness. In the future position, right, so the outbound energy as we leave the weekend heading into the new week, we have the 10 of Pentacles. And in this deck, it's called Wealth. And the oracle card that we'll get to after we go through the main reading is Dragonfly, Emergence. Lots of beautiful greens on this one. Okay, so starting off with our 6 of Wands card. So the 6 of Wands, like the name suggests in this, in this deck, it is a card of victory, right? The suit of Wands has to do with, and we have the 6 of Wands here and 8 of Wands in the middle. So the suit of Wands has to do with the day-to-day matters in life. So it's, the work that we do, can be the things that we do around the house as well, right? Our homes. It has to do with creativity, creative projects, our own drive and ambition for getting those projects done, right? And the 6 of Wands itself, it does speak of some type of recognition, some type of, obviously you are emerging as the champion, as the hero, possibly, within, when we get this card sort of in a career reading, many times this is because, you've received some type of recognition in the workplace. It could be a promotion, a pay raise. It's all about, you standing out from everybody else and you receiving some type of acknowledgement, recognition, you coming out on top, you coming out as the victor here, and it's, like I said, in this deck, it's actually called the Victory card. So for some of you, there could be some type of victory for you this weekend, right? In the, dealing with relationships. It could be some type of celebration, joyful celebration. Be some type of creative breakthrough, possibly, that leads to success. It's a very positive card, okay? Now, in the past position, we have another very positive card. It's the Star card. And this card is a Major Arcana, and it has to do with our hopes coming true, right? Our wishes and dreams coming true. It's also a card of healing. So, for some of you, there might have been, and this is in the past, sort of recent past position, there might have been some type of healing that, that you went through. It's also a card that, speaks of, or that's associated with, the subconscious, our emotions as well. In this particular deck, the star card, you can see that let me hold this up again so you can have a look at her. So she's sitting on land, but half of her is in the water, and she's actually like pouring, the water back into the sea here, right? And so it's a card that speaks of, so she's sort of giving back, and there's this flow of of wisdom, this flow of the subconscious. So, for some of you, there could have been something to do with, the subconscious and and also the your intuition could have come through quite strongly in the past position here. For others, this is, like I said, it's healing. It's, if there was a difficult situation, after the dark comes the star, comes this beautiful light. And so it's sort of heralding this new, like this new beginning. After whatever the difficult situation or relationship or event might have been in the past. The Eight of Wands in the present position, this is very fast-paced energy, right? It's actually called swiftness in this particular deck, but we usually associate it with quick news coming in and it's sort of messages, like fast messages. So text messages, emails being sent back and forth. So some type of rapid communication. It also indicates that, something it's about to happen. There's something quick coming in. There's something in the air. You can see that, these majority of these arrows, right, or the wands, they're up in the air here, right? And so it's all about going after, acting swiftly to act on whatever this, this news might be, this opportunity might be. You see that she's sort of, you see there's a rainbow coming out of her hand here. So it's all about, focusing on whatever you are going after, and really follow through on that, follow through on what you've started. So for some of you, there could be quick news coming in over the weekend. It could have to do with a job, right? This could be a new job opportunity. It could be a new creative endeavor. It could be a new just sudden success. And we do have the victory card. So receiving news of, quite sudden success coming in the middle of the weekend. And what this leads to, this outbound energy for the weekend, is the Ten of Pentacles, which is this beautiful, wealth card. And the Suit of Pentacles deals with the material things, right? The things that we can touch and feel here in the material realm. So it's the material possessions. We usually associate it with the work that we do, money that we're paid for the work that we do, our home, our education, our knowledge, prosperity. And the 10 is really, it's the sort of the pinnacle of, you've reached this financial security. You have a certain amount of, you've accrued this wealth, you've accrued this prosperity and material comfort. So it's all about, this stable foundation has been laid, and you've worked very hard, you've been very prosperous, you're feeling very secure in this position. So this news and this victory, it could definitely have to do with, it could be a new job, or it could be something that, that brings in quite a windfall of money here, because usually this, the Ten of Pentacles, it is such kind of a large amount. You don't just get to the 10 of Pentacles overnight. It usually has to do with, either working and accruing this over time, right? Sometimes this card appears when when it's related to inheritances, because it's that, built up over time. So for some of you, there could be news coming through about some, windfall, about some inheritance. This could be, you finding out that you've been left money, or you've been left land, or, something along those lines. But whatever it is, I mean, it's a considerable amount of money that's going to, bring about a definite sense of, financial security here for you. And it does come about quite quickly. So, so this abundance, in this particular deck, there's also, this 10 of Pentacles with this tree of life, and it has the 10, the 10 branches. It also speaks of, besides abundance, it speaks of prosperity and healing. So we have healing on both sides, but healing financially, healing, to put yourself in or being put or finding yourself in this better, financial situation here. So there's something coming in quite quickly that's, it's going to be, it's good. You're going to feel victorious. It's going to be, what you've wished for here, which could definitely bring about some type of financial healing, recovery from a difficult financial period. But, not much more you could wish for than this 10 of Pentacles over here. Very stable, very strong energy. And this dragonfly, let me read you. I like to, for the oracle cards, I like to read you the full description for that card. And so the dragonfly says, let me find it here. Hold on one second. It says, in the stages of the life cycle of a dragonfly, once the egg is laid upon a floating plant or dropped into the water, it gestates, hatches, and may remain for up to 4 years in this larval form called nymph. This is a precursor to the dragonfly. Dragonflies skip the cocoon stage, moving from egg directly to nymph. At some point, the nymph climbs onto a rock or leaf and there emerges from its former body and takes on the shape and character of the adult dragonfly. This radiant being then proceeds to illuminate our eyes and hearts as we witness its dramatic colors and magical dance along the surface of the water. In this card, we see a nature goddess like the dragonfly emerging from the water. Her hair is braided with vines dotted with flowers. She's surrounded by dragonflies and is one with the vibrant plant life thriving in the pond. The goddess emerges from her gestation in the water transformed, with a renewed sense of power and purpose. You are in an intense process of emergence into the next cycle of your life. Unlike more gradual shifts in awareness you have experienced, this one is happening quite rapidly and came on somewhat unexpectedly. That goes along so well with the reading here. Without any pauses for contemplation or indecision, you may even think that you are unprepared for such dramatic changes in your life. Yet you are prepared and can put to use the experiences and wisdom you have accumulated up to now. Life is demanding that you move into the next stage of maturity. This requires you to adjust your thinking about yourself, others, and your community. It calls for you to shed yet another layer of your ego-filled defenses and let go of any illusions of being less than who you are. The period of emergence is one of broadened consciousness and heightened perceptual capacities, and since it is inevitable, it is best to surrender to the flow and allow yourself to gracefully move into the next cycle of your life. Which is interesting, because thinking of cycles, the 10s in the tarot, yes, they're, in this case, especially with the pentacles, it's a culmination, right? It's sort of the utmost, it's the, the highest of the pentacles. But 10s are also endings, and what comes after the 10 is an ace, which is a beautiful, blessed new beginning. So for some of you, there could be, this culmination here, but, you are emerging from this, ready for the Ace of Pentacles, this beautiful new beginning coming after it. So interesting messages for the weekend. I do hope that they have helped you in some way. I thank you very much for joining me here today. I look forward to reading for you again, and know that I'm sending you all much peace, love, and light for a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.